I want everyone that knows me to say on tape, which I think that is that taping? Is that going around?
A little bit.
A little bit. I want everyone I know to say they think I'm star-raising bonkers. No, we're not going to fall into that trap.
Although you have probably forgotten, it is now time for you to wake up, tune in to the Rainbow Connection.
We're going to talk to someone, I hope, a little later on, who's actually in contact with aliens from another planet.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Stay tuned. 19 minutes to 1 on Capital on Thursday morning. We're talking about flying saucers, UFOs, and those what fly them, where they came from, and have you seen them? And would you like to? And what would you say to them if you did? And what would they say to you? Good morning, George.
Morning, Mike.
Now, you're the chap, I'm told, that's actually in touch, are you?
I believe so.
You had a close encounter of the first kind.
I believe so. I've never seen a flying saucer. I have, but I've next to no doubt that they exist. Just I've never seen, God, but I've next to no doubt that God exists.
Well, it would be supremely arrogant of us to believe that we are the only life form, as I said a few minutes ago, but what's this encounter you've had? Tell us.
I have. It's not I had. I believe myself to be in telepathic communication with a space intelligence, and, it's fun.
Well, what do they say to you, and what language do they speak, and how do you understand each other, all those things?
No, it's just like being on a telephone line, and you receive.
What do you receive?
The future.
They tell you what's going to happen?
Yes.
What's going to win the Gold Cup?
I don't know. They don't tell me those sort of things. I ask them those sort of things, but they won't tell me that. Oh. It doesn't work that way. It's the future. Yes, I've seen the future. I've been shown the future. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen.
What have you seen? What have you seen?
A wonderful future.
Really? For who? For you?
Everybody.
For all of us?
Yes.
We're all going to have a good time.
Tremendous.
Well, why do they come and tell you these things, and how do they know?
They're in touch with us. They communicate with us all the time, but we're not aware of it.
But why did they choose you, George?
I don't know. I'm a bit of a clown, and, I think the powers that be have a sense of humour that we don't give them credit for.
When did all this start?
For me?
Yeah.
8 years ago.
8 years ago. That's pretty precise. You remember it quite definitely.
Oh, well, it changed my life, yes. I spent most of the last 8 years trying to write a book about a 10-month period in my life when I experienced some very, very strange things.
What things?
Well, telepathic communication.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but you don't tell us what.
I don't tell you what. I'm telling you I'm in communication with something that allows me to see the future.
Do you speak to each other, or is it just...
I know we speak, yes.
You actually use words?
Oh, yes.
Verbally. We could hear you talking to them, and if I was there, I'd probably hear them talking to you.
Well, the thought process, it's speaking... It's two minds speaking to one another. I mean, where do thoughts come from? You don't know where your thoughts come from. I mean, every time you ask a question, you could be tuning into some cosmic telephone exchange.
Well, yes, you could say that of anything.
Yeah, but it's true. You don't know that you're making a decision. Something could be making that decision for you. You could be totally controlled.
So the voice I'm hearing now,
yes,
that I believe comes from a person called George on the other end of the telephone, could actually be being controlled at this moment by some being, some intelligence.
Absolutely. I call that being sterling silver, because that being has a sense of humour and I have a sense of humour. So I claim a telepathic communication with sterling silver.
And has it done you any good?
Oh, yes, and it's going to do you a lot of good as well, because very shortly I'm releasing a series of tapes about these communications. And April the 14th, the first of 7 tapes is going to be released. And it will change your life. It will change everybody's life.
Really?
Honestly. I believe so.
George, I'm gripped and fascinated.
Well, wait for April the 14th.
Totally absorbed I am now.
Are you?
What's going to happen for the next hour? Can you tell me anything?
The next hour you will have a lot of people calling in to you and talking a lot of twaddle about things they don't understand, and that is what will happen in the next hour. I can prophesy that quite confidently.
That proves the point, because you're absolutely right.
Right.
Thank you. I think they've come. They're here.
I'm sure they are.
George, thank you.
April 14th.
Thanks for your call, George.
All the best.
I must go. They're getting in touch.
Bye-bye.
Door is being opened, but nobody on earth can shut.
Light that shows a way to do what's right.